Okay, the first things I'll show will be something I got, I can't remember the beginning of the week or a week before, but I've been trying to find a decent pair of sneakers when we go walking. I find that a lot of them are just, there's no oomph in the sole, so it's like you might as well just go barefoot. You kind of, your feet hurt in that kind of way. And then if I do find a sturdier pair of sneakers, I mean, I've got tater tot toes to begin with. My feet, I can fit into a 6. I just got what I'll show next, a 7.5, which are now like too big. So I've got small feet, but somehow they still feel that people's toes are like the shoes are like this instead of being nice and oval, so that the side of your toes are like squished, and that's not comfortable. So I finally found a pair of these. Now, of course, to me they're insanely butt ugly, and they came with the pink, the candy pink laces, and I'm like, oh, that's just too much to look at. So I traded out some shoes I put in the closet with they're black with little Jolly Rogers on them, so at least now I can look at them a little bit. And these are Skechers Premium Sport, and they were kind of, expensive originally. I looked them up because Mother's like, oh, that's such a wonderful brand. I'm like, well, the sneaker itself is decent because I liked the sole was nice and thick. There's a decent tread, and they looked kind of wide in the toe. And these are 6.5s, so they're plenty big. And these are real leather, but I'm like, they're white and pink. But we tested them out walking, and they were really, really comfy, and we were going at a good clip too. So, which is, abnormal for me. But they were a really good walking shoe. What is exactly what I was looking for, except they're white and not black. Just putting that out again. So I had to change them up to make them look attractive to me in some form. And they were like $55 originally, because I looked at them on the website. So, but if you are, if you got that spare cash and you're looking for a decent sneaker, these are definitely worth a look into. And they had a lot of different styles too on the website and stuff. And I don't know what store you'd buy these in, but finally found a pair of decent walking sneakers. So I'm rather happy and accommodated my taste. Now, the next thing I got, I'm still trying to figure out what to do for this stupid wedding. I got the dress figured out. Great dress. And I'm thinking, well, what the hell? I mean, if it was me, I would wear my friggin' boots. I wish I could wear my old nanas. I have like a fancier nana that are like just as comfortable as my classics, but they're more of a, a high heel, fancier boot. But those actually kind of deteriorated faster than my classic nanas. I mean, they look still great from the outside. I actually had to epoxy the bottoms on, and it worked. I did get extra life out of them, but again, I still have that problem. I can't get in them anymore. I'm working on it, though. I'm getting there. It's like, I can see. Okay. But I'm trying to find a decent shoe. But as much as I love all black, I kind of want to throw in some color. So I'm not quite sure, even though I have like no sense of fashion, whether I should go with black dress, black tights, and these. Now, I saw these there, and of course red's my next favorite color. Now, I hate open-toed shoes with a passion, but my toes don't go all the way out, which is weird, but they're this like mesh material. They're just cool. I just don't know. They're 7.5s, which are actually, in modern sizes, I guess now are too big, because I used to be a 7.5. So, which is okay, because this isn't scraping the back of your foot, like the straps always love to do. But my foot don't go all the way down, but there's plenty of room, and they are rather comfortable, which surprised the hell out of me. And like I said, there's this mesh material, and it's like a felt, like a brushed felt, I think. Can't really tell. And there's a really pretty rose pattern I just now noticed on the bottom, where the tread is. And they're a pretty decent size heel, but I've gotten a little practice. I was hoping for something like comfortable, just in case we go dancing so I don't fall on my ass, but I don't know. But they were just a neat looking shoe. I have no idea where I'd wear anything like this outside of that. I don't know. We'll see. But they're nice and cool, and especially if it's a sweltering day like today, I don't know if you can tell. It'll be a nice cool shoe. But like I said, how do you mix the red and the black? Do I wear the red shoes and a nude tight with a black dress? Do I go with the original idea with black tights and a black dress and suddenly red shoes? But then, the hair kind of balances this out? I have no freaking clue. I have no sense of fashion whatsoever, as you can usually tell. So I picked them up. They were there. I'm like, I don't know. I don't like open-toed shoes. And they're just calling to me as I'm turning to the other rack. You want me? You want me? It's like, damn you. And again, $3. Their regular price, which isn't bad. I mean, you should probably pay like. There's a weird hiccup in the videos because my battery just died. So, sudden change. Like I said, shoes are good. Don't know how to mix with black. We'll figure it out. Alrighty. Now the next thing I got, these might actually fit. I don't know. They're Faded Glory, which I think is Walmart, and they're a size 12. But they're just sort of a boring kind of khaki, I don't know. Are there different shades of khaki? That's a light tan color. Kind of a camo green, I guess. And I picked this up actually for material because the quilt type of thing I'm working on is kind of in those kind of color schemes, and I need something to go around the actual blocks, like a border, which is the first time I'll actually attempted to do something like this. So I was just kind of looking for a material, but I don't know. I'm usually not a big fan of these, but these are a stretchy waistband, but they're not like an obvious stretchy waistband. They're a denim material. I might end up wearing these. I don't know. We'll see. I figured, well, it's sort of an opposite thing, actually. Usually, if I get clothes and they don't fit, they become material. It's just weird that I get material that might actually fit as clothes. So, we'll see on those. We'll take that one. Now, this is the other thing I got from material that will kind of go with the same quilt thing. And it's just a weird kind of a dress from Teddy, from Grande. You got little pockets. I kind of like it. I don't know if it's a tea or coffee. Well, I would say tea because these kind of look like tea bags, but it's most likely coffee. Little coffee motif. It's kind of cute in an ugly sort of way. I don't know. Not something I'd wear, but like I said, there'd be a lot of material here for the borders because I have quite a few, squares to be about that big. So it's just, I think it said 100% cotton. Nope, I lied. 60% cotton, polyester. I don't know if you can see the pockets. And it looks like it's a floor length, so there is quite a bit of material here. And this probably would go more. I don't know. I mean, to me, the quilt isn't going to be attractive to me because it's in greens and tans, which aren't exactly on the top of my favorite color list. As you usually can tell, it's either black or red. Most of the time, it's black. Or both together. Never mind. Okay, let's see. Oh, also, new background. Also what I got today. And this, I was like, well, I got, it's almost exactly kind of sort of what I already had, but it's a nice pretty, not really a rose, but it's a flower motif. And it's that shade of red I love, and I'm like, well, if it does work as a background, I'll use it as material, but I like this background. And I can always use that curtain, because behind this, as you probably seen in my first video, there's another curtain. We took off the door because there's no friggin' room to have it open or close. This little bitty room was a bedroom at one time. I hate tiny places, yet I'm always in a tiny place. But I like this, and I just didn't like the background. I mean, it was good. It lightened things up. But I go back and watch the old videos, and I'm like, I miss my red background. So you get a red background. So that's my new background. And that was half off, so it was $1.50. Okie dokie. Now this I got actually as material. It might fit, but I don't know. It's a 14, so it will fit my big butt. And it was a set for 50 cents. And it's actually halfway decent. And it's a pair of pants with my favorite stretchy elastic thingy. That'll probably be 10 miles too long. And it's that not quite corduroy. It tries to get away with not being corduroy, but it's still a corduroy material. It's like corduroy trying to pretend to be denim, and it ain't working. Hate corduroy. Corduroy and turtlenecks. Traumatic childhood experiences. We'll just leave it at that. So it's just sort of that. But I figured it's a nice shade of red, a nice maroon red, so I'll probably use it for something. I don't know if my spare grandma can fit in those or not, but I'll ask her. She always has to see my Goodwill hauls. So even if, you know, it's nothing I really need as material or something, she always has to know what I got. So these will be going over to just, you know, for a second show and tell, as it were. So maybe if she fits in those, she can have those. And this is the matching top. And this was 50 cents. It's more of a jacket than a top, actually. You know, I just now noticed that. Doesn't really matter. I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. The pants don't have the same motif. The jacket has a flower motif, almost similar to the background here. But the pants, it doesn't carry through, which I suppose is a good thing. But this is more of a jacket than a top. And it's, like I said, at 14. Polyester spandex from Alfred Dunner. I might just keep this. Screw the material. I don't know. Yeah, I kind of like that. I think I just bought myself a new jacket inadvertently. Well, we'll see where this eventually ends up. So I think I'll keep this as a jacket. What the hell? 50 cents in the whole thing. And it's not a very loud pattern. I mean, I just, you know, in the light, if you just sort of like put it down, you really can't tell the pattern. But if you hold it up, you can kind of see it. I like that. We just discovered something new. Another thing that was going to my material but might end up on my person instead. This is just weird. Now the second thing, well, second thing for the 14th time thing I got. Now, this was 50 cents too, so I'm like, yeah, what the hell, I think it's kind of cool. And I'm usually not a big fan of these like weird ass denim outfit dress type things. But I don't know, I just kind of liked it. I don't know why. Maybe it's the heat affecting me. I don't know. That's kind of neat. Got a weird part. But is there pocket on the other side too? By golly gee whizzers, there is. Does it mean it just seemed really low for a pocket? It's a zip front, black denim from Lizwear, and it's a 12 and 100% cotton. So, oh, I thought there was a humongous pocket in the back. And it kind of goes above my knee, so this would be kind of cool with my knee-high boots. Kind of a bit of schmutz there. I don't know. I like the black and silver theme, so I thought it was kind of, I don't know if it would be too hot for summer or not. That's the weird thing about like denims and stuff. They design them so they're like a cool summery dress here, but they're a thick material. That's like with a lot of my corset tops. You'd want to wear them since they're sleeveless or straps in the summer, but they're a thick material, so you're like sweltering. Huh? I don't know. So I just thought it was kind of neat. Maybe sort of summer dress. Maybe you're supposed to wear something underneath, but I'm just too lazy to add clothing. But for 50 cents, I said, what the hell? And then I saw this. OMFNG. Now, I didn't even notice that. Those are just designed. Ooh. I just love this. We're like discovering everything together today. Now, I love corset tops. Enough said. Really? Come on. This is just me. It was there in all its glory. And I thought it buttoned in front, but it doesn't. It has those like hook and eye things, which I love, and love being in the front, because you try friggin' zipping anything up the back. It's one, impossible, and I'm really flexible. But so you have to like zip it up the sides. And for you all that don't got no tits, you probably no problem. But try not to pinch your boob. Anyway, this zips in the front, or snaps, or enclosures in the front. And it's black. And the thing too, which was awesome, it's not a single piece. Like a lot of my corset tops, you're still attached by like cloth, maybe in the middle or something, so it might fit and you can close it, but there's that extra piece where you're like, this isn't. It's two pieces. So this will fit. I mean, and it's got this little, these black eyelet things, and like I said, I can make this as wide as I want, and it's in the back, which will make it even cooler, and I can get into it in the front. It's medium, so, and this is from Charlotte Russe. I've seen those a few times. So I might end up wearing this today. I don't know. And I'm like, just sitting there, and it's like, how often do you find anything like that? You know. Yeah, I'll try to connect a few for you here. Should have like, please stand by music. It's really hard to do when you're not in it at the time. Yeah. And it's just got, the little black buttons to kind of break the monotony of the front here. Just a simple black. And no friggin' straps. I mean, even this stupid thing, the straps keep falling off. I'm like, my shoulders just don't do this. I don't know. And the black and white lacing in the back. So I just thought, I mean, damn lucky strike. And this was regular price, but it was still only $3. So this is my We Discovered Everything Together haul. And that's pretty much it. I have no other goodness to show off. Everybody's like, yeah. Alrighty then, that's it for Goodwill Haul 8, I believe. 8 or 9, I don't know, I'll have to check. Comment, rate, subscribe, do all the wonderful things that YouTubers do, and I'll see you the next time. Oh, at Amendum. It was so funny today. I'm a regular there, so all the girls know me, Laura and everybody. And it was the two checking me out today. And one of them was like, I love when you come in again, because you never know quite how I'm going to, put together the things that I buy. She's like, oh, I remember when she bought that. I was like, oh, I didn't know she was going to wear it like that. So I was like, yeah, it's because I have no idea what I'm doing. I just go with whatever works. And she's like, oh, and Laura was like, I love your hair. As you see, a new color here. And this is the, what is this? It's the splat purple, the lusty lavender, with my hot pink like I have been. And I'm like, oh, I like that. So she's like, oh, I love the hair. And then the other girl, whose name I can't remember, I'm sorry. She goes, there was a customer here saying, looking at me like, because I have the wild colored hair, It's like, aren't you afraid she's gonna do something? She seems the type that might, cause trouble or something like that. And they're looking at each other like, her? She's like, she's the nicest person in the world. You're judging a book by its cover. It was so funny that they told us, like, no way, she's so nice. She don't cause trouble at all. So that's a good point. I mean, just because you see somebody with wild hair or dressed in black or even coffin purse, we're not about to mug you. It's the normal people y'all gotta kind of keep an eye on. Oh my God. So it's like, don't judge a book by its cover. I mean, us wacky, weird, dark, spooky people are probably a damn sight more interesting than most people. Come up and say hi. Don't be like, oh my God, she got a knife in the back. Usually not true. And, a lot of people have, put up videos of, like I said, look at Jillian Venters and, what is goth and all of that. It's just a label people throw on people. We're all unique, we're all different. Those of us who stand out in a crowd are probably not going to be doing anything because we stand out in a crowd. How can you cause mischief when everybody's looking at you anyway? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to me at all. So it's like, instead of judging somebody like, oh my God, she's going to mug somebody because she's got purple hair, just go up and say hi, and you might be pleasantly surprised that, it's a nice individual. You might want to, take home, visit mom, meet mom and that type of thing, Don't judge. Learn for yourself. Go up, say hi. You might get like, oh God, another person, but, it might be just one of those days for them, okay? So, like I said, comment, subscribe. See you next time.